One's communion with Christ and His Church, therefore, involves both one's invisible communion, being in the state of grace, and one's visible communion. St. John Paul II explained, "The judgment of one's state of grace obviously belongs only to the person involved, since it is a question of examining one's conscience. However, in cases of outward conduct which is seriously, clearly, and steadfastly contrary to the moral norm, the Church, in her pastoral concern for the good order of the community and out of respect for the sacrament, cannot fail to feel directly involved. The Code of Canon Law refers to this situation of a manifest lack of proper moral disposition when it states that those who obstinately persist in manifest grave sin are not to be admitted to Eucharistic communion. It is the special responsibility of the diocesan bishop to work to remedy situations that involve public actions at variance with the visible communion of the Church and the moral law. Indeed, those who have been excommunicated or interdicted after the imposition or declaration of the penalty, and others obstinately persevering in manifest grave sin, are not to be admitted to Holy Communion. Likewise, the Code of Canons of the Eastern Churches states that those who are publicly unworthy are forbidden from receiving the Divine Eucharist. That's from Canon 712. He must guard the integrity of the sacrament, the visible communion of the Church, and the salvation of souls. Those are tough words indeed from the document, The Mystery of the Eucharist in the Life of the Church. Some are quite technical. Some of the concepts might even escape us in their first hearing. Well, in today's Gospel, Jesus is questioned, "Who do you make yourself out to be?" And so Jesus answered, "If I glorify myself, my glory is worth nothing. But it is my Father who glorifies me, of whom you say, He is our God." We cannot place ourselves ahead of God. We cannot glorify our own interests, our own kingdoms, and that includes the development of our own moral codes. Our approach to the Eucharist declares who we hope to be, and the visible communion we should all portray in truth. We become what we receive, and with the help of our pastoral leaders, we find a path that leads us to true communion in grace and in peace.